Okay, India Love just said something. Um, okay, sorry. Let me get some context. Yeah, so I'm watching this video by India Love. It's called India Love gives her chat some advice. I'm about 20 minutes in. Okay, she she's talking about confidence and how to build confidence. Okay, she's saying if you don't feel yourself, because confidence is built by feeling yourself, being proud of yourself, and if you're not feeling yourself, then bitches won't, right? Because the dude that asked the question, he asked a question about how he can da 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 da. He says he felt like he had social anxiety and that's why he can't obtain girls or whatever. And she said to him that well um he oh, that social anxiety, you don't have it. You're saying that, so you're putting that on yourself. The only thing you need to put on yourself is confidence. So you need to you need to like how you look in the mirror, and if you don't, change something. But every time you look in the mirror, you need to like yourself. You need to love yourself. And she said you need to have a hard exterior of confidence, right? A lot of people these days they think being hard is being cool or being hard means you're protected. If you're gonna be hard, build a hard exterior of confidence, not fear. And basically, because I'm talking about, I'm talking about those people who want to be gangsters, right? They want to be like, oh, don't mess with me type of thing, but they don't actually get it. I'm gonna get into that right now because okay, the other thing that she just started to talk about was the fact that if you're a man and you don't have any confidence, girls are going to smell that. They smell an insecure man. And she said that being an insecure man puts you in a position that is gonna get you made fun of. The girls are gonna run all over you and they're gonna be mean to you. But the way that she said it was, she said, "Bitches, this generation of girls and women and bitches are weird because they'll actually put a man down. They'll actually make fun of a man, right? And some of them are mean as a way of flirting." Okay, that literally put a lot of things into perspective, which is the fact that number one, the girls these days, the women these days, they they've picked up on something that they've seen in the past, right? They've seen how women behave in the past, whether through movies, maybe they've word of mouth, their mothers and stuff, older videos, whatever. They've found something in the past and they've brought it into their generation and they've interpreted it in a way that makes it of this generation. Does that make sense? So it's the whole thing of history repeats itself, but it's not in the same way. It's just interpreted differently. This new generation of women are interpreting what women in the past used to do, but they don't actually get how it was actually used and what it was used for, why it was used for. So they're using it in a way that is weird by her definition, because in her era they probably did something similar, but the way they actually did it did not look the way the girls in this generation of this era, my generation and beyond, are using it now. And I think this is something important to understand. Um, because in comparison, I know there are women, and I know there's also social media posts and all types of drama surrounding India love, right? We have jealous girls of this generation, or even not of this generation. We just have women who will look at India love, who will clip her stuff, and they will judge her off rip. Oh, she's a mean girl. She's full of herself. She she's fake. They have so many different mindsets and ideologies and stigmas to say about India love. All the while, they are not in her generation, most of them. And the ones who are, they didn't grow up in the same caliber baseline that she has. Like India Love is someone who exudes confidence because there's no other way but confidence. She understands that. She like insecurity is not even a word in her body. It's not. It doesn't it's not compatible for her body. Just even thinking about the word insecurity is like is gonna cause some type of chemical. It's not. It doesn't align with her. So there's no other way but up for her. When there's no other way but up, you quite literally come off differently. You automatically are just gonna be like to other people who have both scales in their heads, like, oh, if there's up then there's down, so that means I have the potential to go down. For her, there is no down, so there is no potential to go down. It's just up. It just is. It's just confidence. And that's something about her that you can learn. I'm learning, and she's not even saying anything, like she's not saying that stuff out loud, but the type, I'm hearing her beyond what she's saying, what she's just speaking about. Do you know what I mean? And so there's a lot of wisdom that you can actually pick up through just like this stuff. But um again, comparing, so when people of my generation and beyond are comparing, and also female archetypes who have in their heads that there's also, if there's potential to go up, then there's also potential to go down. They're not just like, yeah, no, there's no, I'm not going down, so there's only up. People like that, right? Those three types of people, they'll more than likely view India Love through all those names I just said, as arrogant, as mean girl, and so they're already viewing her through a biased lens, right? They'll view her as a mean girl. They'll view her as, oh well, you make fun of men too. You say this and that about men, or you're a gossip girl, whatever the case is, whatever the drama is. Not understanding that that's not it at all. It's not it at all. Because the way that she uses it, she's not actually putting men down. She's not actually, she wants to build people's confidence. She wants to do that. But because people's lens in their head, because they have potential to go down in their mind, like that's something that computes with their body, then they're going to be operating off of that system. That's how they are, and and because of that, because they have a potential to go down, they also have the potential to bring others down, but also bring themselves down, but also the view through the lens of down, of insecurity, of low self-esteem, and they're going to view through that lens someone else who doesn't have that potential at all, and they're going to misinterpret and misconstrue this entire person's foundation, who they are, and by what they say, whatever the fuck else. Do you know what I mean? And so I think it's so interesting, because whatever they are on the internal, whatever you are on the internal, you are going to perceive on the external. Does that mean it's right or true or real? No, not at all. Because if you're not of the same, if you're down here perceiving somebody internally, by the way, if you're internally down here and you're perceiving someone who's up here, you're not. It's like me facing my camera down. You won't be able to see me. You can't hear me. And if you do hear me, you're not gonna hear me right. You how? You're gonna have to look up at me, right? Does that make sense? If it's two people who are both like, hey, there's no way of going down. Well, I'm going up. Then you're gonna be able to see each other. You're gonna be able to hear each other for what it is. That's it. That's just it. Because internally, you're both are like, there's the fuck. Well, I'm not settling down here. I'm up here at all times. I don't care what life looks like on the outside. What other people are doing. I don't care. I'm up here at all times. you know? Um, so yeah, I think that's amazing. Um, I think it's very interesting to kind of see how that history repeats itself, but it's actually just history is what it is. The same concepts are always going to be the same concepts, but how they're interpreted is going to be different. And interpretation has all to do with the generation's internal state of being. So it actually tells you a lot about the generations is internal state of being, and you know how they feel about themselves internally. But nothing actually like the only thing that really changes again is just like the things that people tell themselves. You know, because she literally said like if you are someone that's if you tell yourself you have social anxiety, then okay, then that's what you have because you just said that. Like your reality is gonna validate whatever you believe about yourself, whatever you tell yourself. So if you want to have that, then say that. But if you want to be confident, then you're gonna have to say I'm confident. You know what I mean? And yeah, yeah, I think it's yeah, yeah, I don't know. She's great. She's great. I mean, this video is great. This video is really really good. There's a lot to learn. A lot to learn. Anyway, it's like my third video in like the past like 10 minutes that I've made about this. I'm only 20 minutes in. The first video I made, I was only 11 minutes in. So 9 minutes later, I already have three videos. Anyway, thanks so much for listening to this. I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks.